What if one moment could define your entire life? What if one name, your fiercest rival, was also your greatest mirror? Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier. 12 years, 3 fights, 1 final war. On July 19th, they face off, not just to win a title, but to settle a story decades in the making. But here's the thing, this video isn't just about them. It's about every fight you've ever faced, every time you felt beaten down, every moment you wanted to quit. So don't just watch. Watch with your heart, and stay until the very end, because what you'll hear there might just change how you see your own fight. If you want to see more real stories of struggle and triumph, subscribe to WakeIgnite, hit that like button, and ring the bell so you never miss a motivational video. Your support is the fuel that keeps us creating the best.
I fight for why not, trying to show people that you're not a bad kid. Fighting in the ring is more better than on the streets.
Max Holloway, just 20 years old. A kid from Waianae, Hawaii. No hype, no spotlight. Taking a fight on short notice, hungry, raw, unproven. Across the cage stood Dustin Poirier, also young, but battle-tested. Fighting not just for victory, but for respect, for survival. That night, Poirier submitted Holloway. But this wasn't defeat. This was a seed, a spark, that would ignite a 12-year story. 2 young warriors unknowingly writing the first chapter of a saga no one foresaw.
My mom and my dad, I knew there was heavy drug users, and then my dad would always beat up my mom. I think so that her drugs was like her medicine, would calm her stress, but that's why she noticed that she put our lives in front of hers and gave us to our grandma. She didn't give up on us, so that pushed me more not to give up anything.
Max's roots are carved in hardship. Waianae, a place where fights don't just happen in cages, they happen in the streets, in silence where survival is the prize. His father left early. His mother worked endless hours. Fighting wasn't a dream, it was the way forward. Max took pain and turned it into poetry. He wasn't the strongest or the fastest, but he had relentless volume, fighting with heart and rhythm that overwhelmed opponents. He climbed the ranks, beating Cub Swanson, Anthony Pettis, and twice defeating Jose Aldo, becoming the undisputed featherweight champion. When he said, "I'm the best boxer in the UFC," it wasn't arrogance, it was a truth forged in sweat and sacrifice. Even in defeat, like those tough battles against Volkanovski and Poirier, he never broke. That's what makes Max Holloway not just a fighter, but a legend.
I've overcome adversity so many times. Everybody out there, there's people telling you can't do it, or you're the underdog, or you're championed against, or telling you told you're not good enough. I've been told that my whole life, and I'm the world champ. If I can do it, you can do it.
Dustin Poirier's journey began far from the spotlight, in the streets of Lafayette, Louisiana. Wild and unpolished, he was written off early. But the streets taught him survival, and the cage taught him discipline. His fights were battles of heart and will, from Gagey and Alvarez to Hooker and McGregor twice. Every punch, every round was a lesson learned through pain and perseverance. Behind the fighter was a man, a father, a husband, a leader through the Good Fight Foundation. Dustin fights not just for himself, but for a purpose greater than glory. He isn't the flashiest, but when the battle calls, no one answers louder. 7 years after their first fight, destiny brought them back. Max was now featherweight champion, Dustin chasing lightweight gold. UFC 236 wasn't just a fight, it was a war. 25 brutal minutes of non-stop pressure and punishing strikes. Max never stopped moving forward. Dustin never stopped landing heavy shots. Poirier won the decision and interim title, but both walked away warriors forever changed.
I just beat one of the pound-for-pound best in the world. To be the best, you gotta beat the best. And that damn, I feel good, man. It's been a long time, brother. This is my 23rd or 24th fight with Zuffa. I've got knocked down, I've climbed back up. Like I said before, man, this is my belt. I earned this in blood. I paid in full. This is mine.
This fight was more than sport. It was respect, pain, and unfinished business. Since UFC 236, both men faced the highs and lows of a fighter's life. Max lost close decisions but kept showing heart, delivering masterful performances. Dustin faced Khabib Nurmagomedov, suffered defeat but returned stronger than ever. Both have known pain, loss, and triumph. They aren't perfect, but their resilience is undeniable. The world has waited for this final chapter. The trilogy comes to a close. No distractions, no titles, just two men and the history they share. Max wants to rewrite the ending. Dustin wants to close the book. This fight is about more than rankings. It's about legacy, closure, and truth. Because when you've shared a journey like this, the last chapter is the most dangerous. This isn't just a trilogy, it's a life's work. Childhood dreams turned into grown man battles, fear, failure, faith, all clashing in one final war. But this story isn't just theirs. Maybe you're fighting your own battle right now. Maybe no one believes in your journey. Maybe you're still in your first round, bruised, doubting, tired. But Max and Dustin were there too. Two kids from opposite worlds who weren't supposed to make it. Yet they did. Not because they were born special, but because they refused to quit. So when you watch this fight on July 19th, don't just be a spectator. Believe. Believe in them, and most importantly, believe in yourself. Your story isn't on TV yet, but it's just as real and far from over.